we're already in the quote unquote weeds, I suppose. Maybe I should have even led with this question because we really do want to talk a lot about the book. Just what inspired you to write this book, and who would you say is your core demographic for it?
Well, the marketing people would say my core demographic is 8 to 13-year-olds. I would say I wouldn't even say core demographic, but I would say that my readers are anyone who wants to re-enchant themselves with being alive in a body on the earth. I hope that's not too general. I think that it is a desirable thing. And what inspired me to write it was actually a very roundabout way. I have written a novel, which is not out in the world yet. I'm seeking my midwife, my agent for that novel. And one of the agents I reached out to wrote back and said, I'm sorry, this isn't for me. I only do children's market. Oh, well, months later, maybe 6 months later, I get an email from her and she says, I don't know if you remember me, but you queried me about your novel, your adult novel. She says, but an editor approached me and she's looking for an herbal medicine book for kids. And she's looking for it to be, and I quote, feminist, empowering, and witchy. Are you interested, Robin Rose? Interested in writing this book? And I said, yes, ma'am.
That's perfect.
So that was the genesis of the Young Green Witch book. And, I'm so thrilled that happened. And it's a funny thing, right? Just even to think about in a general way, when we're putting energy out for what we want, other good things can come. And right, because that novel person still hasn't come, but other good things have come, and that will come when it's time. So the plants also teach us about trusting the cycles, trusting the timing, when it's time to bloom, when it's time to, dandelions, right? The flowers close when rain is coming. Right. So we need to know when to just kind of quiet our energy, when to open. They have so many lessons, right? They have so many teachings.
Yeah, there's a lot of those types of observations that I've noticed in the book. And, I've been doing the herbal thing, like I mentioned earlier, since I was like 18. And I've learned a lot of this stuff along the way. Mm-hmm. But it was me just reading, it was like a great reminder because I feel like it put me back in like that magical mind state, but I also appreciate, I'm just picturing the young person out there reading this, discovering some of these lessons for the first time, like you talked about the dandelions opening and closing. I like that you mentioned that pears and almonds and all that are actually in the rose family. If I was told that when I was younger, I would have been mind blown. And there's just so much good stuff.
Yeah, I didn't have any like earth connection stuff when I was young, like for a really long time. And even into like young adulthood, my interest was all like in the spiritual and great. That's great. And it's still with me, but bringing it into earth brought joy in a much more integrated way. And joy is medicine.